Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be answering a question that I get asked a lot. Does Capital One accept Bitcoin? Now, I know that this is a question that a lot of people are interested in because Bitcoin is a very popular cryptocurrency. And Capital One is a very popular bank. So, it makes sense that people would want to know if they can use their Bitcoin to make purchases at Capital One. The short answer is no, Capital One does not currently accept Bitcoin. However, there are a few ways that you can still use Bitcoin to make purchases at Capital One. In this video, I'm going to discuss the different ways that you can use Bitcoin to make purchases at Capital One. I'm also going to discuss the pros and cons of each method. So, if you're interested in learning more about how to use Bitcoin at Capital One, then please keep watching. So, how can you use Bitcoin to make purchases at Capital One? There are a few different ways. Use a Bitcoin exchange to convert your Bitcoin into cash. This is the most straightforward way to use Bitcoin at Capital One. You can simply sell your Bitcoin on a Bitcoin exchange for cash. Then, you can use that cash to make purchases at Capital One. There are a number of different Bitcoin exchanges available. Some of the most popular exchanges include Coinbase, Kraken, and Gemini. Use a Bitcoin debit card. A Bitcoin debit card is a prepaid card that you can use to make purchases anywhere that accepts Visa or MasterCard. You can load your Bitcoin debit card with Bitcoin from your wallet. There are a number of different Bitcoin debit cards available. Some of the most popular cards include the BlockFi Visa Signature Card and the Coinbase card. Use a Bitcoin payment processor. A Bitcoin payment processor is a service that allows you to pay for goods and services with Bitcoin. You can use a Bitcoin payment processor to make purchases at Capital One by adding your Capital One credit card to your processor account. There are a number of different Bitcoin payment processors available. Some of the most popular processors include BitPay and Coinbase Commerce. Use a Bitcoin ATM. A Bitcoin ATM is a machine that allows you to buy and sell Bitcoin. You can use a Bitcoin ATM to withdraw cash from your Bitcoin wallet. You can then use that cash to make purchases at Capital One. There are a number of different Bitcoin ATMs available. You can find a Bitcoin ATM near you by using the Bitcoin ATM Finder website. Pros and cons of each method. Here are some of the pros and cons of each method. Using a Bitcoin exchange. Pros: easy to use, no fees. Cons: can be time-consuming, may be subject to volatility. Using a Bitcoin debit card. Pros: easy to use, no fees, can be used anywhere that accepts Visa or MasterCard. Cons: may be subject to volatility, some merchants may not accept Bitcoin debit cards. Using a Bitcoin payment processor. Pros: easy to use, can be used with a variety of merchants. Cons: may be subject to fees, some merchants may not accept Bitcoin payment processors. Using a Bitcoin ATM. Pros: convenient, no fees. Cons: may be subject to volatility, fees may be charged by the ATM operator. So, there you have it. There are a few different ways that you can use Bitcoin to make purchases at Capital One. I hope this information has been helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. And if you're interested in learning more about Bitcoin, I encourage you to check out my other videos on the topic. Thanks for watching.